And now back to our top story about the right to work legislation. A vote came today after a joint hearing. And for several hours today, people told members of both the House and the Senate why the right to work legislation is good or bad.
News Channel 15's Alyssa Ivinson also talked to both sides of the issue today. Alyssa?
That's right. Well, the bill would basically not allow unions to require workers to pay union dues. But what that means for Indiana has very different answers depending on who you ask. It's known as the Right to Work bill, but labor unions say it's more of a right to freeload.
If someone opts out of the union and no longer wants to pay, if this bill passes the way it's written, then we're pretty much giving them all their benefits for free.
Lawmakers heard pros and cons on the legislation today. It would give workers the choice to pay union fees or not. But unions say either way, they still have to represent them.
Me, logically, I'm going to think, well, why should I represent someone who's not paying for it? But the law states, and this is the Supreme Court, this isn't just Indiana, the law states that I have to. No choice about it.
Supporters of the bill admit that is the case.
Yes, I mean that well, they're still going to be a part of the collective bargaining agreement, whether they pay the dues or not.
But they also say right-to-work states have better chances of attracting new businesses, which also means new jobs.
The 22 states that have it are adding jobs and income a lot faster than those that don't.
In a new TV ad, Governor Mitch Daniels says Indiana misses out on a third of potential business development opportunities because it's not a right-to-work state.
Overall business climate would be friendlier, more welcoming to business. I think it would make a statement about the workforce.
Union protesters and House Democrats blocking the bill say if it's made law, everyone would get hit with a pay cut because union wages would suffer and cause a trickle-down effect.
We're calling today regards to the Right to Work Act. Are you familiar with that?
Now members of the IUE-CWA Local 901 in Fort Wayne are calling union families across the state to make sure they understand the bill. So what does right to work really mean for Indiana?
Suppressed wages, I do think reduced health care, and I do think reduced retirement benefits.
Adding to our the state and to our local regional economic developers another tool in their toolbox to dispel some of those projects that pass on looking at Indiana, would at least take another look at Indiana.
Republicans control the Senate and the bill is expected to pass there. But in the House, Democrats are blocking the bill by not showing up on the floor and therefore not allowing a quorum to conduct business. We don't know how long that walkout could last. Live in News Control, Alyssa Ivinson, News Channel 15.